This defense attorney kept objecting to almost every single question I asked his client, the doctor, in this medical malpractice deposition. Would you like to know why this attorney kept objecting over and over and over again? Come join me for a walk along the beach as I share with you the answer to that question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. Okay, this was a pre-trial question and answer session known as a deposition during the course of a medical malpractice lawsuit that my client brought against this particular doctor. We claim that this doctor was careless and violated the standards of care, causing my client harm and injury. Now, during this pre-trial deposition, which lawyers also call an examination before trial, I had an opportunity to ask this doctor many questions about what he did and why. The defense attorney was there, I was there, the doctor was there, and a court stenographer was there to record all of the questions that I asked and all of the answers that the doctor gave. After almost every question that I asked, the defense attorney yelled out, "Objection!" "Go ahead and answer, doctor." "Objection!" "Doctor, you can answer that question." "Objection!" Over and over and over again. Now, why would this attorney go ahead and try and object to virtually every single question and then turn around and say, "Go ahead and answer the question, doctor"? I'll tell you why. There are really two reasons why he would do that. Number one, he's trying to subtly give the doctor an idea about what he thinks is wrong with my question. He wants to make the doctor acutely aware of the fact that he thinks my question has a problem and he should be very careful in answering that particular question. Lawyers are not supposed to give what's called speaking objections. A speaking objection basically says, okay, I object to that, Oginski, because you're asking him to talk about an opinion about somebody else, and now he's basically telling the doctor why he thinks the question is wrong, giving him hints about why he should be very careful or not answer it the way that I'm asking. So putting aside speaking objections, if the lawyer can't go ahead and explain the reasoning and the rationale for why he's objecting to my particular question, if the attorney can't give a speaking objection, then he might give a hint. "Objection, that's hearsay." And now the doctor might get a sense of why the attorney is objecting and now tailor his answer in response to his attorney's objection. The other reason why this attorney would keep objecting over and over and over again is to justify the fact that he's getting paid for being there. That's it. He needs to show whoever's going to be reading the transcript of this question and answer session that he did something more than just sit there and listen to the questions and answers. That's exactly why. He needs to justify to somebody who's going to be reading this transcript that he was actively participating in this deposition, actively representing his client to the best of his abilities, and speaking up when he felt that questions were being inappropriately asked, and now he's standing up for his client. Good job, counselor. No, it's not a good job. That type of attorney really is doing nothing more than obstructing or trying to obstruct his client's deposition. I have found over the course of my career that the best attorneys are ones who keep quiet until they feel they absolutely have to say something. And in that instance, it's perfectly acceptable for them to go ahead and object and to state the reason why they are objecting and to ask me to rephrase the question or tell me that the doctor's not going to be answering that question, and then I'll ask a different question. The defense attorney plays a critical role here in representing his client, the doctor's interests, and it's understandable if he were to go ahead and object every once in a while because he thinks that one of my questions is inappropriate, or maybe the topic is inappropriate, or something else should not be asked, and that's perfectly okay. But to do it in almost every single question is absolutely outrageous, and it does nothing except reveal the fact that this guy is trying to do everything possible to obstruct the deposition, even though he is allowing his client, the doctor, to answer my questions, and he's trying to justify why he's even there. That to me is not an appropriate use of why an attorney, a defense lawyer, is there representing his client. So to go back to the question I raised at the very beginning, why would this attorney keep objecting over and over and over again during the course of my questioning the doctor? Number one, in my opinion, I think he's insecure and has to justify the fact that he's there and has to justify to somebody the fact that if he doesn't speak up over and over again to show what a great defense lawyer he is, and he's now representing his client's best interest by continuing to object, well, guess what? Then he's probably not doing his job, according to him. And the other reason is because he's giving subtle hints to the doctor to be aware that he thinks that there's a problem with the question, but he can't stop him from answering. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what really goes on in these medical malpractice cases in New York. You know, I recognize that you're likely watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you have not yet started a lawsuit, but are thinking of doing so, and still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.